welcome to Winnipeg. Okay, maybe I should have said welcome to windy Winnipeg. Yes, heard this rumbling going outside, and I was thinking, what's that? And then I realized it was the wind. It's kind of died down a little bit now. We might have a bit of an interesting sunrise. The clouds are rolling by pretty fast, and well, we'll see what happens. It's not going to happen for a while yet, but anyway, we're getting ourselves set up to spray here. Now, speaking of spraying, the suggestion was made that why don't I just move the spraying, all the spraying aspect of this modeling into the back where the Yamato table is. And I thought about it, and when I first thought about it, I was really gung-ho for this, and I was thinking of, let's do that. And then, of course, the naysayer in me kept finding everything that was wrong with it. For instance, the model table in the back room is only half as deep as this is. This is a 4-foot piece of plywood, 4 foot wide by 8 feet long, and it is, and the back room is only 2 feet wide. So I'm thinking, oh, that means that this box here, which is actually over 24 inches, including the fan on the back of it. And then I thought, well, I can always have the thing at about a 45-degree angle, and that way I could still use it on the model table, in the Yamato table. And so I thought, okay. And then I started thinking, yeah, but my cleaning equipment, like for instance my jar of whatever you call it now, it's sludge now. Anyway, well, why couldn't I have 2 jars? Because I'd like to do a little bit of brush painting up here and spraying in the back. Well, that's no big problem. I just have 2 jars, okay? So that problem is solved. The only thing that might be a little bit difficult would be, another thing I thought I was wrong, the lighting here at my model table here is so good and so adjustable and customizable, whereas in the back, it's really not. But then I thought, you know what, I got those extra light bulbs that I put up. They're 5,000 Kelvin, they're very, very bright. In a way, it might actually be easier. I wouldn't have to be always fiddling around getting the lights adjusted just right. So, if I think about it, every problem every roadblock that I threw up in front of myself, there was a way around it. And I think I just might try it, and if I find that it doesn't work, I can always move it back. The hardest part is going to be moving it back there. This thing is actually kind of heavy. Well, maybe I could somehow put it on top of my walker and wheel it into the back room. Actually, that would work now that I think about it. And, okay, so I think that's what I'm going to do. So why didn't I do it this morning? Well, I don't know. Anyway, we are going to be using the Stynylrez, which I've just shaken up in the back room, to do the outside of all of these. And that is what I had, I did check my, I did peruse back in my videos to see what exactly did I use, because I thought maybe I didn't use the Stynylrez, but I was pretty sure I did. And I think it was one of the viewers also confirmed that I used the Stynylrez. So anyway, I don't need to worry about that. I hope I've got enough. We're gonna filter it, because remember we concluded that this thing works a lot better on filtered paint than it does on lumpy paint, naturally. Okay, let's get ourselves recomposed here, and I don't have Jeff's nice Bismarck shirt on that's going to get all splattered, so I'm not too worried about this one. And actually, I've got one that's a lot worse. When I retired from the bus depot, I had 8 of these work shirts, and 4 of them said Grey Goose, and 4 of them said Greyhound, but they were exactly the same otherwise. and I had 8 of them, and they slowly stuff happened to them. But and I've got 4 left that I can sort of wear, but they're getting pretty ragged. But there's a 5th one that I don't know. I think I used the term. It was like I was carrying a car battery and it exploded. And it's got a whole bunch of little holes all over the front of it, and I can't for the life of me remember what I did that made all those little holes. But maybe that's what I should be wearing, except that me shows through in lots of places, and that maybe wouldn't look too good. Okay. Uh, got a comment from a viewer. You didn't see it because YouTube automatically blocked it. You know, YouTube's AI, artificial intelligence, is getting really sophisticated at blocking comments. And the comment said something to the effect of, do you think that showing senility is amusing or entertaining? Yeah. Well, that seems to me I kind of alluded to that yesterday, didn't I? That I was wondering what was happening to me here. Okay, let's recompose and strain our paint and get going. I think, yeah, we're ready to go here. Compressor's adjusted for about 12 pounds right now. I think that'll be just about right. I can always change it if I find it's not doing too good. And I want to remember to take the needle cap off, because remember we concluded that we have a lot less clogging and so on with that needle cap off. I just want to be careful that I don't bend the end of the needle, because there's no protection then. As far as I can tell, that's the only thing the needle cap is good for, is to protect the little tiny delicate point of the needle. Okay, our sunrise this morning might be good. I don't know if I mentioned that. It's going to happen here. Yeah, I think I did talk about that. I don't know if you can see it, but the clouds are actually moving by pretty fast. So it might be a nice sunrise, which I will put at the end of today's episode. Let's get at it here. I'm starting to repeat myself. Okay, I think that's going to funnel its way down there into the reservoir. Get this as straight as reasonably we can here. I think that's going to stay there. Well, let's see what happens. Ooh, I got careless. How are we doing here? Are we just about full? Yeah, I think we're just about full. Okay, I should have got myself a little paper towel here or something. Okay, very carefully now. How are we doing? We could probably have put in a little bit more. Well, I guess if I have to add more later. I don't have to add more later, though. I want to get this about as full as we can here. Okay, I think that's as full as we can. And I guess this is garbage now, being as I got 100 of these things. Oh, he's getting too silly here. It almost looks like it's not mixing right, doesn't it? It's sort of got this like film on the top of it. Okay, that's garbage. get our lid on. Yeah, that's kind of weird. I've never noticed that before on the. I don't know if you can see that or not, but it looks like it's separating on the surface, like there's an oil scum on the surface. Okay, now let's be careful here. Get ourselves out of the way. I'm going to have to recompose. I don't think we're going to have too much problem between now and the time we recompose with the airbrush. It's not going to clog itself up or anything. At least I don't think it will. Okay, let's... how many times do I have to say recompose here? Okay, here's hoping I don't have to clean off the end of the nozzle too many times, but at least we'll be ready. That's what this is for. I don't need my pipettes. Get them out of the way. A sip of coffee first. Keep me from falling asleep. Okay, are we ready? I think we are. Get our fan going. Oh, the ends of these are going to be plugged into the partitions, the bulkheads. So if I don't get it right on the end, or if I happen to touch it with my fingers, it's not going to make a big deal. And yeah, now how am I going to hold this? Probably like this. It won't matter if I get the paint on the rubber gloves. This Stynylrez dries so quickly. Okay, let's get at it here. And the last one. Started to drop it. There we go. Okay, let's see how much paint we used here. About half of it. That's all right. Okay, let's pour that back and get to use it again. I don't think I'm going to need to. We'll wait until that dries, and then we'll look at them carefully and see if I have to do anything, any touch-ups here and there. After all, this is going to be sort of these parts are going to be sort of hidden by the outer shell, you know. Okay, I just going to have to push stop here and get myself cleaned up. And okay, I think that went fairly well. I'm kind of pleased with this. Okay, our airbrush is all cleaned up and ready for the next time. And I think these pieces are not too bad. I'm not seeing any, oh yeah, right there on the corner. Got a little bit of a problem going on. Maybe I might have touched it with the glove. Well, we can touch that up later. Yeah, and the last one. Okay, and this is the one that we're actually working with. So, yeah, well, I guess, yeah, I think I can probably brush that. Oh my, look who's here.
She just did her smile with all the teeth showing. And there she goes again.
Okay, you gonna like this one? Bye, Missy.
Thank you.
Okay, some of you may have noticed that I sped up the tempo in the Missy theme, and I raised the pitch a little bit. I think it sounds a little bit more, you might say, happy dog sounding. What I'm going to do with this and these other pieces, I'm going to paint them with a brush. And somebody made the comment that they thought that brushing these were obviously wood panels, and they thought that possibly the brushing would give sort of a wood grain effect. So I think that's what we'll be doing here. I do believe that each one of these little individual cubby holes or whatever they were probably individual lockers for the crew. That's what I think they were. They were the same type of wood as the rest of it. I don't think they're supposed to be different. Now we do have two different kinds of brown here, but the one brown is for the paneling, and the other brown is for the I guess you call them the blankets. Yeah, I guess the bunks were sort of a brown color. I don't know if they were or not. I have to take a look at that walkthrough that that walkthrough of that ship that's in Germany on display, or the boat rather, and it could be that the bunk beds are shown in that. I can't remember. I've seen that video twice, but I can't remember what color the blankets were on the bunk beds, and what they are now might not have been what they were in like 1944 or something like that. Okay, I'm going to probably take a bit of a pause here, and the reason being is that I have not finished my sawhorse. I'm almost done, but I keep thinking I'll work on it in the evening. But when evening rolls around, I just don't feel like it. So I'm going to do that now while I'm, you might say, feeling a little bit fresh. And then maybe I'll come back to this later. We'll see what happens. We'll be seeing you later. Okay, just moments ago, my neighbor was at the door with Missy again. Like, quite a bit of time has passed here. It's probably about 10 after 1 already. Anyway, he was mentioning that the only time they ever see Missy grinning, like she shows her teeth, is when she comes to my door. And I was thinking about that, and I was thinking it's probably Missy was remembering the time she saw me riding down the street on my e-bike wearing my banana suit, and every time she thinks about it, she laughs. Okay, what do we got going on here? We got two 2x4s. I got to get holes drilled in them. So, all right. The first one is 150 millimeters in from the end. Okay, I guess it doesn't matter which one of these I mark on. 150 millimeters. Okay, and there is 100, and there is 150. Okay, now the next mark is 1,122 millimeters. 1,122. Okay, you're going to have to trust me that I'm going to get this right. I can probably be more accurate if nobody's watching me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to close her off here for this afternoon. I might be able to get out on my e-bike. It's dry, it's cold, it's not sunny. By the way, there is no sunrise. It just, in fact, I haven't even seen the walkers. It just got really, really dark and ominous. So maybe we'll just have to skip that segment for today. I'm sure they came by, but I don't have time right now to go looking for them. Anyway, thanks for watching, everybody. And all being well, we're going to see you tomorrow. Okay, what was that? 1,122. Why did I take off my glasses? Okay, There's 1,122. Okay, are you watching? 22. Gotta get this to the millimeter. Okay. See you tomorrow.